To need like a producer because I cannot produce my own show. Here's why. I was trying to find a Burna Boy song. I know African Americans were so mad at him, but I was trying to find a song and I had to listen, and I was listening to my music as well. I was like, oh, let me turn this down so I can hear it. I was like, oh, and I realized I turned the music down for you guys. Oh gosh. I was like, oh, why is it quiet for them? Child, forgive me. Forgive me. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Sorry. How are we doing? How are we doing, Sarvia? What's up, Tracy? We back at it again. Hey, Alana. Some people said hi. I missed the last live, but I'm here. Glad that you're here. Hey, Blue Jay. Blue Jay said, hey, hello, Miss Nikki. Ooh. And Star Family. I just contacted the stylist who can do my starter looks. Family friendly, luckily. I will update once we actually schedule it down. Wish me luck. Oh, I'm so jealous. Good for you. I wish. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My hair is just like, especially up here, I'm just concerned about that. I got my father's hair up here. The back is my mama's. Up here, my father's. Hey, Bianca. Drewski said, Nikki, girl, can we do a quick Real Housewives pit stop? Because Juan got caught out there with his now. Oh my gosh. And Eva is filing for divorce. What is in the water? You know what? Why not? I'm going to have to change this. We'll just make this a Bravo recap because so much stuff is going on in the Bravo world. Why not? Let me look it up. Oh, gosh. Let me look it up. Because my mom sent it to me. She's so messy. She sent it to me, but I didn't read it because I was jumping into this live. Did I find it? I found it. Okay, we'll talk. We'll just make this a Housewives live. Why not? What's up, Tia? Bia said, hey, Nikki and the family. I love our family reunions after a break. Me too. Guys, I'm serious. Follow me on the TikTok. But you know what? I'll post the videos here too. I'll make them YouTube shorts. Because I think what I'm just going to do, and I've been saying I was going to do it for a while, but I realize my schedule is just never going to be normal again. We'll never get our pandemic days back, early pandemic days back. So I just feel like just to like keep up so it's not such a long break, I'm just going to do quick videos. So follow me on the TikTok. Do I have my TikTok here? Ciao, it's been so long. I don't have my TikTok, but my TikTok is Nikki.Star. So I'll be doing some videos over there, but I think I'll also post the one here on YouTube if you watch the shorts. So we'll do that. Hey, Swv, how are you? Hey, Megan. Megan said, nobody was checking for Tocha as a solo artist 20 years ago. Why does she think she's going to be a successful artist, especially in gospel in 2023? I'm telling you, one thing that I have learned in the entertainment industry is that your partner will make or break your success. I feel like Tocha is attached to something evil. Poor thing. She been nasty before him because they were saying she was like that as a teenager. But oh my gosh. Why did you walk in here with that? I would have brought you the charger. Anyway, what was I saying? I just think that she is connected to some mess. Poor thing. And I think that he has just been in her ear for years, and it's giving Wendy Williams. It's giving Wendy Williams to me. Missy said, you know what it is, Star fan. We back up in this thing. We sure are. I was looking for something. Darn it. My mom just threw me off. Who was I looking at? Hey, Caroline. Nona, we back. How are you? Missed you too. Hey, Miss T. Listen, it was like I had it back in a ponytail, but like one side was puffing up and it was just getting on my nerves. And it's getting like this. Like when my hair gets to the point where I just can't do anything with it, it's time to wash it. But if you're a natural girl, I'm avoiding it at all costs. But when I leave here, I'm gonna get an aloe vera leaf and I would just make my little mask and put it on my hair tonight. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Oh, you didn't know? We're currently mad at him. The African Americanas are mad at him because he did some interview and they asked him about something about the diaspora. Like he was saying, the interviewer was talking about how his music just, transcends all over the diaspora and everybody, not transcends, but you know what I mean? Like everybody loves his music or whatever. And I forget what the interviewer said. Let me bring it up. And it was, he said, like, if you could speak to the whole diaspora, what would you say? And he was like, let me start with African Americans. And as soon as he said that, I was like, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. And I'm like, I just think the Black diaspora, leave us alone. Please leave us out of it. Like, listen, I know a lot of people have a very hard time with African Americans saying they're American, but we are. I come from 4 generations of Philadelphians. Guys, my family's been here for a very long time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Am I 4 or 3? Hold on. 4 generations of Philadelphians. I'm American. Now, how we got here, okay, but we are American. We know where we're from. We have a culture. Please. I just feel like every time that comes up, I feel like all the progress we have done in the diaspora we just fall right back down the freaking steps. But anyway, he was just basically saying African Americans don't know where they're from. While calling us African Americans, saying that we don't know where we're from. Oh my gosh. But I was just, so that was like blowing up. That video was blowing up. And then he released a statement and he apologized and he clarified his statements. And I accepted the apology because Lost Lives is my song. But it was just like, boy, leave us alone. I can't find it. I can't, but you know, if you guys know the story, please explain it a little better than me. But I was like, we're American, and that's okay. We have come to grips with it. I need the rest of the Black diaspora to do that as well. I am Nikki.Star, and I am from America. Roselle said, "Oh, how I miss thee. Let me count the ways." Oh, you're so sweet. I missed you too. What's up, V? Said, "Hey, is it the horniest mess?" What? Who are you talking about, me? Nicole said, "We've got so much to talk about. So much. Oh, you know we're starting with that. We're starting with that. I want to make this a Bravo and a Love at the Lockup live because I was going to do it tomorrow, but so much stuff keeps on happening. It's crazy. Yes, second live, Pepe. Hey, Coco T. I miss you too. Hey, Sugar Cane. Drewski said, "Housewives and Love at the Lockup." I know that's right. I just wanted to knock them all out so I could get caught up. I missed you too. What the hell is going on with Bravo? We'll talk about it right now because I was going to talk about it tomorrow, but let's just talk about it today as well. Let's just talk about it. Hold on, let me look it up. I think it was on the Jasmine brand. Do I have to find the Jasmine brand? You know what? Can one of the moderators or simply Simone hit me up and send me the article about the Real Housewives of New Orleans? I told you they watching. I told you they listening, but they're not cutting me. Well, they watching. All Day Finesse said also Tamika low key up there with her sister's vocals. Xscape don't need Tocha. We will get into it. I'm so happy for her. It's just so sad that what's happening with her mom, and she looks gorgeous. Can I tell you, she is one of the only like people in entertainment, like just the public eye, who I have seen like take out their surgery and look great. Everybody always look botched, post-botched. Not her. She looks stunning with all that stuff removed from her face. Gorgeous woman. Nicole said Tocha just had an evil spirit and it's such a downer when she's on screen. I feel so bad for her. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I'm trying to find an article, but I can't find it online. I think I gotta go. I don't want to search through the Jasmine brand. If you guys could send it to me, that would be awesome. Akusola said Burna Boy needs to mind his Nigerian business. Some folks just be annoying and wrong AF. You know what? Nigerians, what's going on? Because I feel like y'all beef with a lot of people. What's going on? Like, we have to stop. Like, Burna Boy, Emmanuel Achu, like, what's going on? Maybe it's just the men, because maybe it's the men. I don't know. Let's just, like, leave us alone. Some people said they stole my New Orleans idea. Great, cut me my check, right? The Star family you know what? Blue Jay said, someone on TikTok perfectly read the diaspora roars. The fact that we're all arguing in English, we lost. Yep. All arguing in English. Simple. Very, very simple. Hey, Miss Gigi. Hey, Miss Gigi. Akusa also said, we are, as a matter of fact, nothing will show how American we are than to leave America, baby. Listen, y'all know I'm looking. I'm looking. Miss T said, oh, happy day. Andy coming to my city. I like, it's about time. It's about time. Lashane said, we have a culture that everyone else around the world imitates. Leave us alone. Like, we got a culture. We got a culture. Oh, so Seth, thank you. Said, I sent you a link. Derek went to Derek? What the hell? Oh my God. I don't know what this live is going to be. I don't know. Okay, Simply Simone sent me the Jasmine brand thing about the Real Housewives of New Orleans. Thank you, Simply Simone. Derek was arrested. OMG. Ciao. What is going on? Hey, Coos Girly. Hey, Nicole Taylor said, Bravo's a whole mess. Andy is probably over there cutting his pearl. Oh, he loves it. He loves it. Missy said, I told y'all they watching. Let me get a couple more comments and then we'll get in. We'll start with New Orleans and then we'll get into Eva. LS said, Chow, I don't think the New Orleans idea is a good one. They'll be dodging bullets there. Oh my God. All righty. Oh, girl. Priscilla said, I'm so glad I'm here. And we are so glad that you were here, Priscilla. Thank you. You do not remember that? Listen, I don't want to do not too much the Nigerian family. But do you not remember when he went on Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay's podcast and he was saying that he can talk to white people better because he doesn't have the stain of slavery on him like African Americans. So he's a better person to talk to white people about race because he doesn't have the stain of slavery that African Americans do on them. So we can't talk to white people without aggression. Insane. Van Lathan was like, aren't you from Nigeria? Then all the Nigerians on Twitter started packing him up. Every Nigerian blue check read him for Phil. That was a day on Twitter. How did you miss that, Missy? Girl, they got him together. He was apologizing and everything. Van Lathan called him an emotional butler for white people. It was a day. It was a day. That's prophetic. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. Some up-and-coming preacher who wants, I'm telling you, Black China is that girl. Black China is that girl. And Larsa Pippen is walking into her Black China. She is that woman that men who want visibility pursue for her visibility. I'm telling you that right now. She is that girl. And she gonna find herself some pastor that wants that visibility and wants to be a YouTube pastor, gonna find her. I just want her to be happy. I want her to be happy. You know what? But it just seems like that's another day in France. Not everybody is affected by it. But I feel like, you know what? The people should do that because politicians need to know you work for us. We don't work for you. So turn up, France. Pepe said, because how the hell you going to raise the retirement age? Are you kidding me? Turn up, France. You know what? If I ever go there, I didn't say none of that because I want to be let in. Pepe said, I had a Nigerian guy tell me I didn't know where I'm from or roots. I'm Haitian. First generation American, come from the first free Black Republic. So I told him he's welcome for my ancestors. Period. Hey, NTR, how are you? Oh my goodness. Drewski said, I don't know what this life is going to be. Fun child, just grab it. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like what I'm going to name it, but it's going to be a lot. Nicole Taylor said, Derek from Lover at the Lockup got arrested yesterday out here by me. Oh my gosh. Mike, did you see Michael from Love at the Lockup? Did you see his mugshot? It's not looking good for him. Not looking good for him. Yes. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to call this, we got a lot to talk about. Let me just add it to the docket. Can somebody send me Andrea's Instagram post? I'm a prison wife again. Nas B said, I missed the batch chat because I didn't see any notifications. I'm replay gang for that one. I'm just here to support the live. I don't watch either of these shows. Thank you so much. Why are y'all always bothering? Jamaica is right there. We was on the same boat. Everybody starts here. Coco T said, y'all see how they bring us in it? We just be minding our business. I'm telling you, every time the diaspora wars happen, I'm waiting for the Black Americans to get called into it. And every time this happens, I feel like Nene, when she was at, I forget what reunion it was, but she was like, now why am I in it? You see how I just got pulled into it every time. I am telling you, everybody could be fighting. Black Americans could be minding our business. And I swear, somebody, it's either Nigeria or South Africa will look at us and be like, I know you're not talking. And we didn't even say nothing. Leave us alone. We always get dragged. Insane. And we're all fighting in English. We ain't even said nothing. African Americans cannot win to save our lives. Please leave us alone. We've suffered enough. Thank you. OMG. What is that? It's so crazy. When I wear makeup, I feel like I can feel everything in the air. Do y'all have that? Me too. I'm here for her. I want her to do well. All Day Finesse said, oh snap. So Derek and Mo got fired from the show because Derek put hands on Monique. And wait, are we sure about that? I know where you got that from, Elizabeth's live. I will say this. I don't believe anything Elizabeth says, but what she said about that fight happened on the show. So I'm not sure. That's why Derek's back in jail. Ciao. Okay. So you guys, we're going to do this together, right? So I'm going to first start off with the Jasmine brand talking about the new franchise, which is the Real Housewives of New Orleans, allegedly, right? If anything else comes up, just shout it out and we'll just do it. This is about to be a free-for-all. Simply Simone said, being first gen always makes me feel like I'm... There was a girl on TikTok who said the same thing. She was just like, I've lived here my whole life. So she was like, I'm Nigerian American, but I'm also like Black American. Like, I understand. And she's just like, I'm exhausted. She was like, I'm so exhausted. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's tomorrow. We're going to get through the whole thing. You know what? I might just do Love is Blind and Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip, because I was going to do that tomorrow with the stuff that we're talking about today. But the way this live is going, I might just do that on its own, along with Love is Blind. So we will see. Oh my goodness. What the hell? You guys are saying check Instagram. I'm going to check it. Nasby said Emmanuel was all up in her Jamaican people's faces. Damn, they're trying to get that honorary Jamaican title, especially during the last Olympics with the women in the Jamaica versus USA races. He ain't with us. He's so annoying. And the tea I got on him. Anyway, Anyway, let's get into, we're first going to start off with the Jasmine brand exclusive. Bravo looking to cast NBA wives and local socialites for upcoming Real Housewives of New Orleans series. I will say this, that bothered me. NBA wives. That's it. Like, the New Orleans has a beautiful Black culture. Like, there's no, like, that's it. You just want the NBA wives? Like, hello. They're like, I know there's like elite Black Creole or Creole. Is that different? Y'all tell me. From New Orleans and Cajuns. Are Cajuns white or could they be anything? I'm sorry, I'm from Philly. But you know what I mean? I just feel like there's more. This is the thing with Bravo. That gets on me. I have no problems with Bravo. Never mind. The Jasmine brand said it looks like we may be getting a New Orleans Real Housewives franchise. Rumors have recently surfaced that Bravo is looking to begin Real Housewives of New Orleans series. The Jasmine brand exclusively reports that the popular network had started the casting process for their upcoming project. According to our sources, the network is looking specifically for NBA wives from New Orleans, from the New Orleans Pelicans, and local well-known socialites to join the franchise as of now. No one has signed on yet to be a part of the show. The network is reportedly still in the planning phase as they continue to work on casting. Oh, and DJ Richie Sky confirmed it. He said, yep, if you look up the name in the trademark database, oh, you are messy. It's already in the works, so it's happening. It is happening. I will say this. If you are an NBA wife and your husband is currently on the New Orleans Pelicans, I wouldn't sign up for this show. You don't need that headache. Girl, no. Wait till he retire. Now, a retired New Orleans Pelican, I will probably do it. Not active. Retired, girl. Retired. What do you guys think? You know that I have been saying this for years at this point. Y'all need to go to New Orleans. Y'all, like, all that culture, y'all need to go to New Orleans. And Bravo, I would humbly request real New Orleansians. What y'all call yourself? New Orleanians, right? Real New Orleanians. Like, I want to hear the accent and I want it to be thick. Like, I want all of that. Louisianians. Yeah, I think New Orleans. What y'all call yourself? But I want authenticity. I don't want transplants. We can have one or two, but everybody else, I want them to be from there, please. And it's New Orleans, don't you? And it's also 2023. The show will probably be in 2024. If anybody has ties to slavery, if it's old money, slavery go hand in hand. Leave that alone. Y'all don't need that headache. Y'all don't need it. Leave that alone. LS said, I'm surprised they're not going after those No Saints wives. Yeah. Why not? They're more popular anyway. Someone called Drew Brees and them ghetto children. His kids. Baby, them boys. They from New Orleans. Yes, Drew Brees, get them on there. You think it will flop? So, Steph, why? Yeah, that didn't sit right with me, Pepe. But you know what? They make their own decisions, and I trust their decisions. Lashane said, my entire family's from New Orleans. So basically, the culture they do show will be fake and contrived from NBA wives. Like what? I hope not. I hope we get some authenticity. New Orleans have generations of musicians, chefs, artists, old money. Oh, I think I'm saying this right. Boulay. Black and yes, if we get some Black Indians with their own parade. YouTuber Bonnie's Boo's family is a part of that. I love that. That would be awesome. And it would be so amazing if we have somebody on the show that's like engaged. Oh, Bravo. Get somebody that's engaged so we can see a New Orleanian wedding with that. What is it called? With the umbrellas. Oh, I love those somebody that, we got to be doing the footwork and everything. I want the culture. If you're not going to give me the culture, I don't want it. I want the first scene to be somebody making beignets in their beautiful kitchen. Like, that's what I want. If we're not going to have that, keep it. Keep it. Miss T said, New Orleans is a huge melting pot. You may not always get the accent you're looking for. Boo! I want the accent. Can I tell you, back in the day, when I was in college and as an actrice, I had to take a voice and speech class. And one of my classes, they were teaching us accents. And we had this, one of our classes, it was all about the New Orleans accent. I learned nothing, so I'm not going to do the accent. But what me and one of my good friends took away from that class was that men from New Orleans, whatever region they're from, all sound hot. We're like, oh my God, this accent is amazing. And we didn't know what culture the men were. It was like 4 different guys all talking. They were like, oh, from 4 different generations. And we could hear that some were younger, some were older, but they all sounded hot. The best accent ever. I need the accent. Sarah said, I think it could be something fun for the franchise, but I don't know if I trust Bravo to do its justice. New Orleans. Okay. New Orleans. I'm still saying it wrong. What's up, Breezy? How are you? Miss Gigi said, the wise with real coin, of course, won't sign up for this mess. You know, those husbands won't want them in any drama. True. Oh, some people said there has to be wealth, alligator trade, Cajun wise. I don't know why that hit me in my ancestors. I don't know about that. Oh my God. Yeah, that was actually a really good show. I don't know why that was canceled. Yes. I want people who will talk about Katrina. I want that. Let's talk about that. Let's put that on the map. America, walk past that real quick. I want that. I want them to talk about the devastation and how they built back from that. I want all of it. Happy Tuesday, Lisa. I don't know what this live is, but thank you for being here. Sugarcane said, I want to hear the accent. They need a thing. I love it. Miss T said they need to start with the Zulu Club if they. Oh, the Zulu. What is that? I love that. Oh, a second line. Thank you. I love a second line wedding. They're so much fun. See, this is the thing about that. I know that is a part of New Orleans, right? We gotta, what's the production company gonna be? Because I don't want that to be bastardized. I do not want that to be the voodoo culture to be bastardized. So we will see. Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Zulu Ball? What is that? Oh, that sounds so fun. I don't even know what it is. Sure do. Give me all the fluff. Oh. But it's the dance. So what's the... But I see weddings with the umbrellas. Oh, a New Orleans funeral. Oh my gosh. I want that. I want all of it. I want the culture. Blue Jay said, is it wrong? I want Big Frida. Oh, yes. I want a Big Frida type of show. Big Frida got to come on there. I want to learn, cry, have fun, and see some Black American culture. I would love that. I hope not, Josie. I felt that I didn't want to speak it. I hope not. You saw that live too, huh, Mellow Vibes? I was like, she telling everything. Oh, some people said they have an American First all Haitian private school there too. I love that. You know what? I was thinking about this like 2 days ago. Americans, Black Americans, I don't know how we're going to do it. It can't be from the men that we have leading out the conversation. But I feel like, well, not just Black Americans, I feel like all Black people across the diaspora, we really need to study Haiti. Like, I feel like that Haiti is something that could just give us the extra oomph that we need. We really need to know more about Haiti. Because what a powerful nation. Marissa said, so glad I'm catching this live. So glad you're here, Melissa. Marissa, thank you for being here. All Day Finesse said, NOLA is my favorite city in America. I can't wait to go. I'm not far from it. I don't know why I've never went, but I need to go. In Atlanta, I need to go. Hey, Shanty, how are you? Y'all keep on talking about the Zulu ball, but ain't nobody told me what the Zulu ball is, and I want to go. Shanty said you missed all the Mardi Gras fun. I was watching the Mardi Gras stuff on Instagram. It was wow. It was wow. Oh, yeah, the parasols. Thank you, some people. Yes, I want to go down to the bayou. I want it all. I want it all. Nicole said, I watch Bondi just to hear the accent. Me too. Even when I don't watch Wishia's review, and I love the accent. It's the best accent. It's what is up there for me. I love it. So Steph said, New Orleans is the vibe. I don't care what time of year you go. Yeah, I want to go. I want to go. It's so much culture there. So much culture. We're actually going to talk about it tomorrow with Arnold. I finally was able to get him to come on. He's so busy, but he just has more insight on it. So we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Social Steph said, I saw Morris Day and the Time and Tina Marie at the Zulu Ball. I'm going to look up the Zulu Ball because ain't nobody want to tell me what it is. Is it something I shouldn't know? What is the Zulu Ball? Oh God, I got to go to Ulta. So much I have to do. It sounds so much fun. What is the Zulu Ball? The Zulu Coronation Ball is the largest open to the public. Some others are invitation only. Mardi Gras ball servicing the African American community. That's it? They got performances? Anthony Hamilton. Oh, this is real black. How do you attend? I already missed it. They got Zulu beads. The main shape used in traditional Zulu beads is the triangle. The three corners represent father, mother, and child. The triangle is used to indicate gender and marital. Wait, am I on the right thing? I'm going down a rabbit hole. Miss T said every club has a ball. Mardi Gras season is 2 weeks. There are parades leading up to that Tuesday. I do want to experience Mardi Gras. Is it all like sexual? Because what I saw was a lot for me. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to experience that. But I feel like I would love to experience a Zulu ball. Is it freaky? Is it like Freaknik? I can't. LS said the Zulu Ball occurs right before Mardi Gras. It's a formal ball hosted by the social club with a concert at the convention center. It sounds fun, like Essence Fest. Sorry if that was disrespectful. Pepe said, yep, there's a reason we used to be called the Pearl of the Antilles. And there's a reason why foreign and American interests keep, absolutely, in their mouth if we're a poor third world cesspool. I'm just saying, stay woke. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't even know what the club. Drew Hill, Charlie Wilson. Oh, I need to go. Dayla said, Nikki, did you hear about Diana Jenkins' lawsuit fell? You never win when you play dirty. I never thought that any of those lawsuits would see the light of day. Ridiculous. Mellow Bob said, I'm currently planning my wedding and honeymoon in NOLA. When I went years ago, all the men were hollering at me respectfully and said, I I look like a beautiful voodoo priestess. Oh, work. Oh, okay. Miss T said it's very family oriented unless you're in the French quarters. Okay. Sugar Cane said, no, it's so fun. Parades and dancing and drinking and eating. Okay. Yeah, I saw some stuff and I was like, now I can't. You remember Freak Nick? Our parents were a mess. Yes, I'm going to do Love After Lockup last. I'm going to get through my Bravo stuff. Let's move on to Eva Marcille. I have it right here. It's from a site that I cannot stand, so I'm not going to say, but they always have the correct T. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Eva Marcille files for divorce from Michael Sterling. Eva Marcille is throwing in the towel on her marriage with Michael Sterling because she wants a divorce. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star just filed docs in Georgia obtained by TMZ, asking the judge to officially end her marriage. She also makes clear that she and Michael are currently separated. In paperwork, Eva doesn't cite or specify any given reason for the divorce, other than to say the marriage is irretrievably broken and there's no chance of reconciliation, which is essentially irreconcilable differences. She does, however, lay out what she liked to see when it comes to their minor children, who are all younger than 10 years old. Eva Marcille is asking for legal and primary physical custody. Didn't they just get married? Eva says she should be the parent who has the final say on all decisions related to their kids, as she feels she is a fit and proper caregiver. Another thing she wants from Mike going forward, child support. Eva says he ought to contribute towards the kids' medical. Eva says that he should contribute towards the kids' medical, dental, and hospitalization expenses. When it comes to assets, Eva says she wants an equitable split of everything they've acquired in the marriage and any debts they've racked up. Eva and Michael got hitched in 2018, and there have been no outward signs of trouble. She's praised her now estranged hubby on camera many times. Wow. This was a shocker. They seem to be in a good space. I will say it did seem like they were polar opposites, right? Eva never gave me politician wife. You know what I mean? And I feel like to be a politician's wife, you gotta kind of look the part and act the part. And I just felt like she never really fell into that. But I was just like, that must be some serious love, because he has these aspirations, but he has a partner that unfortunately does not fit the mold for the woman that needs to be standing beside him in that role. So I just felt like love was bigger. Love would, last. Unfortunately, that's shocking. And to say like is irretrievably broken a bad thing, right? Or is it just something that everybody says, right? Because I'm like, when I hear irretrievably broken, irreconcilable differences, I'm like, what happened? Like, because that's huge. So what happened? And keep in mind, she's not on a reality TV show, so she don't got to tell us a thing. But it's like, wow. That's shocking. Simply Simone said, after all the stress over that wedding, and didn't he legally adopt her daughter? Or was she trying to do that? I know I think she changed her daughter's last name to his, right? Oh my goodness, Eva. Oh, this is so upsetting. Yikes. She has 2 boys with him, and I think he legally adopted her daughter, or she was trying to go through the process, but her daughter's father was hindering that because he's just not well. She's been going through it a lot with men. Oh, I want her to have some peace. Akusawa said, this is sad to me, but you never know what's going on in folks' home. True. I hope things work out with the split and that they can co-parent well. Yeah. Social Stuff said it means that they're not getting along. Yikes. Yikes. Simply Simone said she's been in her producer and actress bag at BET. She has. All we know is that he's an attorney. Does he still practice? She might have been the breadwinner for a while. And I hope that's not the case, right? Because he was a breadwinner for a very long time. Like when you get married, that comes with the territory, right? Like, of course, especially in today's society, it's expected for the man to be the sole provider. But if you would have helped me, right? And if things ain't going well, it's like stuff is happening with him financially, you can't chip in and help out your man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying forever, but what is the problem? Like, what? I hope that's not the case, because that will bother me if it's like, oh, he can't get work, but he was paying for everything, and I don't like that. I hope that's not the case. So I ain't even gonna go down that road. I ain't even gonna go down that road. Oh, he did. So he legally adopted her and changed her last name. Well, listen, he seems like a good dad. He was a good enough dad for Eva to want him to adopt her and, have his last name. So, yeah. But see, Girls Trip season 4, that happened. I think they're already wrapped, because I saw Camille talking about how she missed filming that show. So I think the show already wrapped by the time this happened. So I don't think we'll see it on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip season 4. But this is the perfect time to get her back on the show. This is the perfect time. Completely unwell and extremely violent. Did you see his episode on the Iyanla Vanzant where he was with his mom? Very scary. Very scary. Eva's
first daughter's
father. Yeah.
Hi, family.
Kevin McCall, Mama Star is here.
It's
of course, Star. She came in for this one. She was the one who told me.
I'm not feeling too well today, but I want to say this. Divorce is never a good thing for children, because children never understand why mommy and daddy can't get along, or why mommy and daddy are not living together. Their little minds don't ever understand. And I hope they tried everything that they could before they went this route.
Probably not. Millennials get divorced. Millennials get divorced. No, millennials will not be inconvenienced, and I kind of love us for that.
I'm going to tell you something. Her daughter has been through a lot.
Yeah, she has.
And children cannot verbalize what they are feeling. And from her father and all those antics, then she got a stepfather that things seem to be going well, and now he's abruptly out. And those things show up in the kid's life later. That's all I wanted to say. And it hurts me. I wish that they would have tried to work it out. Now, if it's abuse, get out of it.
Yeah. Well, it's irreconcilable difference. And she said that the marriage is irretrievably broken.
So it could have been a little punch here and a punch there.
Okay, Mom, we're not going to assume.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying that I really felt bad when I heard that, because I thought about her daughter. Her daughter, they need to get in therapy then.
Well, the daughter is in therapy. She was in therapy on the show.
We'll get her another therapist.
Okay, all right.
2 therapists now, because
thank you, Mama Star.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much, and I hope Eva ain't just trying to get out people's things.
Mom. Okay. Thank you.
That's all. Love y'all.
Simply Simone said, 3rd Real Housewives of Atlanta divorced in less than 6 months. Cynthia, Drew, and now Eva. What is going on, Bravo?
They outside.
They outside. It's about to be a hot girl summer.
Yes, they outside.
What is going? You know what I feel like this is? I feel like this is the 3rd millennial wave, right? Because when millennials started getting married, especially geriatrics, started to get married around like 25, right? And then like early 20s, right? They started getting married. And then like as soon as they hit 30, everybody started to get divorced, right? Then you would get like these trickles of like marriages and, you know, baby showers and everything. And now I feel like as a millennials are turning 40 or approaching 40 or, you know, passing 40, I feel like everybody's getting divorced again. Like everybody is getting divorced again. What is happening?
Candy, hide your husband, hide your money.
Mom, you cannot come back and be this messy. Absolutely not. Like, what is happening? Aside from Cynthia, who's not a millennial, which you looked the part, ma'am. You looked the part. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. So Steph said, I understood why my parents got divorced and I was thankful for it. Yeah, same. As I got older, you know, some people don't need to be together, period. You can just date. It's okay. Miss Gigi88 said, Eva and Drew are going through a divorce. If they're both on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that would be a lot. Listen, let's clock in. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is doing it. Let's clock in. Tia said, come on, mama, with the word. Spency said, feel better, Mama Star. I think the only good thing about divorce is the kids can see their parents happy. True.
But that's later in life.
Yeah, later in life. Sarah says, some kids, me included, were actually very happy that their parents didn't stay together. I never wanted those two together. Akusawa said, you're right, Mama, but speaking from experience, screaming and yelling is the worst. My 11-year-old just told me he didn't like me or his dad 4 years ago. That's how long we've been divorced. True. Missy said, sending well wishes to Mama Star. Thank you, Missy. OMG. At all. Kaya said, divorce. We will not be inconvenienced. Millennials are like, we are not staying together for the kids. Absolutely not. I'm out.
I'm outside.
I'm out. You know what? I don't think she's a boomer. Is Cynthia a boomer or is she Gen X?
She's Gen X.
She's Gen X, I think. I think she or in the middle.
Yeah, I'm a boomer.
Or in the middle. You know what? I think Gen Z, I think you're already in your pregnancy wave. I don't see y'all getting married like that. Millennials will not be inconvenienced. Gen Z will not be bothered. Like, absolutely not. I don't see y'all doing that. I see y'all having kids, though, early. Y'all not waiting for y'all careers. Y'all having them babies in the midst of the careers. I love that. I love that. Sarah said, I will get a divorce / annulment the day after he tries me. Sorry, not sorry, period. Period. We are not done, Jasmine. We're going to be here for a while, and I don't know what this live is. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, yeah, everybody having kids. But I just don't see y'all getting married like that, Simply Simone. I just don't see y'all doing that. Nope. I feel like y'all gonna be the boyfriend and girlfriend generation. And that's not a bad thing. Because I feel like Gen Z is just like, I may have his baby, but I don't know if I want his last name. LS said, I don't think Gen Z will have kids or marriage. They'll be the rich aunties and uncles. Because I feel like, especially with the millennial generation, I feel like the sad auntie thing is dying. I feel like that's not working on us. And I feel like Gen Z is just, it doesn't even apply. Social Steph said, I'm Gen X, so everybody divorced that better right now. It's crazy. See? I feel like you guys are going to be the older moms, and I also feel like you are not the marrying kind. And I don't think that it's because you don't want to get married. I feel like y'all don't play with that. Y'all don't play with that. It got to be something real. Y'all like, it has to be assets. There has to be a reason. Love ain't enough. And I love that about Gen Z. Cameron said, Gen Z barely likes titles anyway, so they're definitely not doing the boyfriend and girlfriend thing. Let's move on. I briefly talked about it, but let's move on. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I wanted to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Baby, I'm excited. A lot of people were hating on it, but I'm actually really excited about it because let me share my pictures because I was not planning on talking about this right now. But let me select my pics that I have and upload it here. But there's been a lot since they started filming again, because I believe the same production company and the film crew that works for Vanderpump Rules also works for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And they had taken a break from actually oh crap. They had actually taken a break from, or put the Real Housewives on pause because all of this Vanderpump stuff was happening with Tom and Raquel. And so they actually put them on pause for a minute, but then they started filming again this week. So there's been like paparazzi shots and all kinds of things coming up for the new season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I'm telling you right now, Lisa Rinna, no shade, but you really were the problem, because the fact that everybody is coming back now that you are gone, like everybody is back. Everybody, Denise, Camille, the Kim Richards, my girl. I am so happy. Hold on. Let me upload her picture. I am so happy about this. I can't load Camille's picture for some reason, but that's okay. I'm going to load Denise, and I'm going to load up Kim Richards. So I'm not saying that they're coming back to be on the season full time, but I think I do have confirmation that they have been filming. Hold on. Oh no, it won't show. Forget it. I've spent that whole time trying to load it and it won't show. Let me show you what I have here. This is from, I got this one from Switzer. And here we have the Kim Richards. Oh, come on. The Kim Richards with Kyle Richards. I don't know whose head that is. I think it's Dorit. Dorit is a brunette now. Good for her. It looks better for her. But this is her filming. Our girl is back. I was just watching a clip. It didn't go as viral as her Let's Talk About the Husband, but it was when she gave Lisa Rinna back that bunny. I miss her. She does not have to be full-time for me, but I'm telling you, we would not be talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills had it not been for the Kim Richards. So I'm glad that she's back. This was Camille Grammer shared this picture on her Instagram, and it's basically a camera and, a filming of a scene in her home. So she's filming for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as well. And this is from, I think the guy, I forget his name, but I know him as Cal's Manny. Because remember, I used to, back in the day, I used to teach musical theater to Portia, and he would drop her off all the time. And he would give me a heads up. And he was just like, she's having a moment today. So, but he shared this, and right there is Denise, her name, because they're having some dinner, and Denise is there. That was a rumor that I heard, and I was like, is Denise really going to film after the last season that she had? If I was Denise, I wouldn't come back to that show. But she's back. For some reason, she decided to come back, maybe to clear her name. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like how the cast treated her, so I would not have come back. But it just confirms that Lisa Rinna was a problem. Now we're still waiting to see if Kathy is going to film this season, but it looks like a good season. I mean, the people were saying, oh, they have to bring back older people, so the ladies aren't bringing what they need to bring. Let me tell you something. You can have a dry, a good, amazing season, whatever the hell you want to have. But if you have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, if you're filming and you're not filming Camille Messy Grammar or the Kim Richards, then you don't have a freaking show. You really, really don't. You really, really don't. Camille is messy. You need somebody who is messy and not scared. Camille is going to drag everybody. Any given day, she's going to have something to say. And you're going to be looking like, Camille, I thought we was friends. Camille will work for that check. And then you have Kim Richards, who ain't afraid of anybody. So she's going to say what's on her mind, and she can read and clear them girls like nobody else can. We need her because it seems like these ladies are not going to go after, what's her name? I forgot her name. Erica Jane. You know who's going to have something to say about Erica Jane? Kim Richards. You know who's going to have something to say about Erica Jane? Camille Graham, because she was cussing her out on her Twitter the whole last season. So if they're just there to actually confront Erica Jane in a way that makes sense, because the cast has been so afraid to go after her, and I'm not saying I want them to tear her down, but like to confront Erica Jane on the things that she has done. Like I do not see Erica Jane sitting there and yelling at Kim Richards and Kim Richards eating that, right? She's not going to cry. She's going to start reading her and be like, oh, I know you not talking to me. You know, we're going to get that from Kim Richards. We're going to get that from Camille. Camille, please. Where is your messy psychic friend? Where is she at? Let's bring them all out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Let's bring them all out. It's time. What do you think, Star Fam? I feel like this is good news. What do you guys think? Daphne, are you serious? Is this your cousin? For real, for real? Are you sure? Is that him? Let me know. If that's him, let him tell. Ask him if he remembers the only Black musical theater teacher that Portia ever had. LS said, millennials are preparing for our kids to graduate so that we can live it up with Gen Zers, rich aunties and uncles whose kids are gone. I know that's right. I love Camille Grammer. I never understood the hate for her. I didn't get it. I did not get it. Camille would just be sitting there and Camille would just be like, so is everything okay with your husband? I saw his mistress at Barney. Like, Camille, why would you say that? Well, we're on the show. I like her. Denise and Camille, somebody pinch me. This is the thing. I'm excited about the Kim Richards and I'm excited about Camille. Denise, real talk, was a disappointment for me. I just did not understand. I get the human part of me, all of the humanity in me, completely understood how she was just so blindsided by Lisa Rinna, because that's where Lisa Rinna and Garcelle went left. Because Garcelle was like, we've been friends for 20 freaking years. It was me, you, and Denise. What is going on? So I understand Garcelle's beef with Rinna, right? And I get Denise being blindsided, but I was just like, girl, how many times is Rinna going to blindside you before you get her together? Now you're back and she's not on the show. So it's just like you kind of missed your moment to get her together. But I don't know. So I just don't know. She just really didn't deliver for me. And I was excited for her. And then the husband, is this thing a big penis or big balls? Whatever it is, you spent a lot of time talking about his big balls while he was talking about aliens. And I just, girl, what? It was just too much. It was too much. I didn't know where she was going. I wanted to support, but she was just all over the place. She's going to read. We need a reader on that show. We don't have a reader. We don't have a shady person. Vanderpump was the shade. Camille was messy, right? Kyle was the only housewife who was just, oh, my kids, I can't believe that, you always need that kind of identity on the show, right? But when everybody else left, you didn't have a reader. You didn't have the messy friend. You didn't have one who would get the girls together and then walk out and act like she ain't done nothing. You didn't have it when y'all got rid of the witch. We ain't have nobody that would stand 10 toes down with Kyle. Do y'all remember the witch? She stayed on Kyle's neck. She did not care. She did not care that she was the queen of Beverly Hills. As soon as they sat down for dinner, she would start eating Kyle up. Like when she left, you didn't have anybody to do that anymore. So the show kind of got dry for me, but I'm like, now with Camille and Kim Richards on the show, Erica Jane not going to be cussing out too many people. She can try that with everybody else. But Erica Jane not gonna be able to cuss out no Kim Richards. She's not gonna be able to cuss out no Camille Grammer. Like that's not happening. And we needed that. We needed somebody who would not take her verbal assaults. So if they're there just for that, I'm okay with it. Maybe Miss T, maybe. If they're just coming in for a cameo, maybe, you know, but this still early in the filming, and this show goes off of how the fans react. And I did see a lot of positive fan reaction from that, so they might bring them on more. We will see. Isn't that crazy how she kept so many people off of the show? That's a huge liability, and I feel like that's going to work against her coming back to the show. Because if this season is phenomenal without her, I don't think we'll ever see her back. I don't think we'll ever see her back. LS said, I thought they hated Camille. Oh, wait, till LVP returns. Well, they hated Camille because Camille had a mouth on her. Camille showed up for work and they didn't like that. She would not play ball. Like, we have women on the show who are not going to follow in Kyle's footsteps. So Kyle's going to have to make her relationships work with her sister. Yikes. Yikes. It would be, but she cannot stand Kyle or Lisa Rinna, so I don't know. I do not know. Tracy said, OMG, if they all have dinner at Pump and LVP pops in, that would be great, but I just don't. She just does not like Kyle at all. The last time she was on Watch What Happens Live, she was talking about she wanted them to get ran over. Like killed by a car. Like I just don't know. Bianca, where have you been? Yes. And she used to come in 50 down to the socks. Okay. And I would be like, I would tell him, I would be like, she can't dress like this. Like, we're rolling around, we're doing movement. She needs to be able to perform. She's walking in this school in like these Buster Brown toddler heels, and she cannot do the performance. She would have her purse and everything and just walking in. I'm like, put the purse down. She was like, it's Fendi. Girl, put that purse down. We got work to do. She was adorable though. She was a sweetheart, but she was very bougie. Very bougie. I forgot about Crystal. Poor thing. Poor thing. Well, Kathy hasn't been filming, so we don't know what's going on there. But Renna's not back, Kathy. So you said you wouldn't come back if Renna was there. She's not back. So we will see. But Dorit looks good with the brown hair. She absolutely will. She's not afraid of nobody. Y'all have to realize Kim was her family's introduction into the socialite and the Hollywood elites. Like, she was that, right? Because not only was she a huge TV star at the time, she also was the one that brought wealth to the family because she was the one that married an oil baron. So she taught them the game. You know what I mean? She was the one that put everybody on. So she's not afraid of nothing. She's not afraid of nothing. And you need somebody like that. Cameron said, Kathy came and destroyed the monster and went back to her peaceful palace. Good for her. Good for her. Yes, and that's what you need, Tracy. Tracy said, Camille will drag, but she is not as low or nasty as Rinna. And that's what you need. That is what you need. Rinna just got diabolical. It wasn't fun anymore. You know, you want a little chuckle. You don't want to be like, oh my goodness, that was evil. That's not fun to watch. That's not fun to watch. Wait, what?
506. You gonna take care of that?
OMG. Child, I'm looking at what Brittany sent me. Now let me look at what Tracy sent me. Okay, so I'm going to keep Brittany. I got the Jasmine brand. Okay, I'm going to keep that for Love at the Lockup. The next thing that I want to talk about in the Bravo world, let's get into SWV and Xscape real quick. This is two things that I want to say. Tocha. She's a killjoy. Tocha, you're just so miserable. Why do you keep on showing up? You just do not seem happy at all. Like, this group bothers you. your sister bothers you, nothing makes you happy, and you hold back so much of the group's progress, why do you show up? Even if they ask you to come to the show, if you're so miserable, why don't you just say, you know what, I'm not going to do it, instead of showing up, being a bump on the log, sitting there. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll do it because we got things to work out. Don't come. Don't come. It's like, we can take this if you're a toddler. At your big age, this is annoying to watch. And I just feel like this show was not a good move for you. It was not a good move for you, because here we see Kandi being vindicated. To be honest with you, everybody thought that Kandi was the problem. Kandi was the reason why the group broke up. Kandi wanted to do her solo career. Come to find out, all the rumors about Kandi were about you. It's just not a good look for you. You're not doing yourself any favors by showing up to film and you take the air out of the room. Who's rooting for you besides the devil? Like, who could root for you? Like, there's just like no redeemable qualities about you on this show. And I'm saying on this show because I don't know you in person. You're probably a great person in person. It's not looking like it though. Every time you come on screen, I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. And any progress, she's going to stop it. And you do it. You stop any progress with the group. I just feel like if this show has a second season, unless you got rid of that man and you paid your sister back her money, I wouldn't come on this show. I wouldn't do a second season. I just would not do it. This is a terrible branding for you. Absolute terrible branding. You know, I thought about it. I was just like, her doing a gospel album. Because in one of these episodes, she, you know, met with, I think it was Motown, and she signed her deal for her gospel album, just signed it. That man put that contract right in front of you and you just signed it. Yikes. Yikes. No lawyer looked over it. You just signed it. Yikes. Anyway, she, you know, signed up for her first gospel album. And I was just like, you know what? You doing a gospel album is a terrible idea. Because who the hell is getting a breakthrough from you? I'll listen to Tocha Cobbs, baby. I'm not listening to no Tasha Scott. You are miserable in me. Like, who is going to listen to you to get a breakthrough? If I'm going through something, I feel like quitting my job. I don't feel like going on another day. I'm not going to click on Tasha Scott. And that is because of what you put forth on this show. I'm not going to skip over the Clark sisters and their catalog to get to you. I will search. And I'll stop at smoking Norfolk before I stop at you. I'll listen to that man whine his praise and worship songs before I'll listen to you. Because what I'm thinking is that nasty spirit that's singing those songs is going to jump on me, and I'm already going through something. So I don't need another battle to deal with from your voice. My God, today, a bad idea, right? But then I thought about it. And all my time of growing up in church, you got the perfect nasty spirit for the church. The perfect, everybody can relate to a church mother with that spirit. We have all experienced one like that. You know what it is? I repent. Not a church mother. You got an usher spirit. Ooh, a Kojic usher spirit. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you have the spirit specifically around tithing time. Just nasty. Pastor speaking. Sit down. Like that. That's what you got. That's what you got. So for me, as for me in my house, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not singing me out of no trials and tribulations. I'm good. I'm good. This show for me was a terrible branding for your gospel ministry. Terrible branding. And I don't know how you watch this show and then you get on your social media and you do these videos. I will say, that video of Candy was horrible. She got you back with her speak on it. She got you back with her speak on it, saying all your time and prayer you spend talking to the Lord is about her. I feel like she's right, though. Girl, those videos that you do, and I'm like, are you trying to be a gospel artist? What? Normally, gospel artists hide that. You are right out the gate with the nastiness. I can't do it. I can't do it. But you know who should do another season? Tamika. My God, Tamika. My God, today are you becoming a star on this show? You've already been a star, but I'm just saying you are the star of this show. You and Taj are the light of this show. And I cannot believe it. For all who watch SWV's reality TV show, I cannot believe that SWV is the sane group. They were going through so much mess, and it was normally because of Coco. She's the sweetest. You guys are so awful. You Xscape. You are so awful on this show. You are redeeming SWV, who were terrible on their reality TV show. My God, today. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. You know what else I can't believe? Candy. Adios, míos. Love you down. You have a sweet spirit. I love how you look out for people in your community and you always want to get people a check. I love that about you. You're completely delusional in thinking that Xscape is the bigger group. Delusion. There's no way in your mind that you think that Xscape is a bigger group than SWV. If I were you, I would be thankful that they want a co-headline and not headline that. And to bring in reality TV and social media as a reason why with two people on the group, as a reason why you should headline this tour is absolutely ridiculous. Those, Bravo fans ain't coming to the Xscape and SWV concert, right? It's not happening. You know who's going? Boomers and the kids they raised. That's who's going. That's who's going. And a lot of them boomers, and they don't watch Bravo like that. You would be better off putting the show on OWN. Like, let's stop. Are we TV? Because we over there all black. Like, let's stop being delusional here. I couldn't believe, Candy, I hope that that's for TV. I really, really do hope that that's for TV, and that's not what you actually think. But it seems like a Sister Hot Ussy, she was on Twitter, and one of her fans was just like, I hope that we can get you on an episode of Speak on it. And she was like, respectfully, that will never happen. So it seems like the beef is real. Lonnie don't F with Xscape. She don't like them at all. Coco don't like them. Taj is always staying neutral. But Coco and Lonnie are on their social medias dragging Xscape, specifically Candy. And Candy, what the hell is going on with you and Tamar? I can't believe this. I cannot. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. I thought that Candy and Tamar were good. What happened? Allegedly, Tamar said that Todd ran up on her, and her now fiance from her Queen Courts TV show had to step to Todd, and Candy tried to get in her face about something. I don't know what it is that Tamar said that Candy said that she said, because Tamar's live was all over the place. It was so chaotic, but they're beefing now. So Candy is now beefing with Tocha. She's beefing with Tamar and all of Xscape. Like, I feel like this show is just going to expose people in a way that I don't think that they intended to be exposed. Because I don't think when Candy had this idea, I don't think she expected to be the problem sometimes. But, she's a businesswoman, so I think she'll continue to go through with the show. But my God, today, it's just every episode, I'm like, this is not going the way y'all thought it would. Oh, my gosh. Only SWV and Tamika are the only ones coming out looking like something in this, looking good in this. Everybody else, yikes. What do y'all think? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Star Fam. Oh yes, Camille's friend, the psychic. We absolutely need her. We absolutely need her. Faye Resnick, yes, but Faye Resnick, like, never. I want her to be on the show. Why? Faye Resnick can dress. No shade, just real tea. Faye Resnick also has a roster. The men she's been with in the industry, period. She got some stories. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably why she don't want to be on the show. But I would love to have her on there. Oh my goodness. I tell y'all this all the time because I will never forget it. And one day I will recreate it. When Portia had, like, the class that I taught had their musical recital. Portia obviously was in my class. And we had it at this, regular middle school auditorium in Studio City. All the parents show up. Everybody is just, it's the middle of the afternoon. It's 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Faye Resnick shows up in these bedazzled boots, like just rhinestone down, looking like diamonds, right? Speaking of diamonds, diamond watch. Like the girl was glistening, right? Hair giving Farrah Fawcett. Diamond earrings, diamond necklace, just blinging, blinding the hell out of me. Some bad black Gucci shades, sickening, right? She had on a white bodysuit, snatched. Then she had on these like white flared out pants, like these white boot cut pants, tailored to the nines, just crisp on homegirl. And I don't know, I forget the name of the bag, but it's that bag that's shaped like a shoehorn. I think it's Dior. She had that bag. I think it's Dior. She had that bag and she wore this white fur coat. I will never forget when that heifer turned around. I was like, yes. But I couldn't, like, you can't be fazed by, people in the industry or whatever. But I was like, oh, she's eating. She's eating like nobody looked like her. Everybody looked like they were going to a kid's, musical recital at 2 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon in a random neighborhood. Faye Resnick, I don't know where the heifer was going, but I wanted to go. So if we're just going to have her there for the fashions, let's do it. Why the hell was she wearing a white fur coat in Studio freaking City? It ain't never been that cold here, but she was eating. I'm looking at her like, how you let her get in your car? Sickening. Just have her there for the fashions. Tia B said Camille had to humble herself after her first season when Kelsey dumped her on TV. Then she became relatable. Very true. Very, very true. Daphne said, my other cousin played as Griff on Married with Children, and he played Dwayne's father. Look at you with this famous family. Work. Me too. She hasn't filmed yet, so we will see. Shock. Well, hello, cigarette? Because I'm telling the truth, Cal. Claire. Every time she saw Kyle, she had something for her. Remember when Kyle was like, I feel like I'm being bullied? She was like, bullied? I'm bullying you? I missed that witch. Carlton, yes. Every time. She never let Kyle breathe. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like it. Oh, yes. Thank you, Bianca. Cynthia was at that dinner as well. So Cynthia, Camille, Denise, and V. Kim Richards is filming. The jury is still out on Kathy Hilton, so we will see. Maybe. I don't think they'll be done with her. But I don't think they'll see her on Bravo again. But Girls Trip, absolutely. Because Peacock is a different entity. So we'll see. Even though Portia cannot figure that out yet. She keeps on saying that she's on a Bravo show. And the producers are like, this is a Peacock show. Peacock. It's under NBC, not Bravo. Misty said, I still think that Kathy has something to do with Rinna being cut. Probably. We absolutely need fun shade. Absolutely need fun shade. This is Bravo, but it's not about what we just talked about. But I do want to talk about this. Social Stuff said, did you hear that Barry DeMedicine is filming, but Quad is still finalizing her contract? The dumbest thing that she could do right now, especially with what's going on with Vanderpump Rules. Girl, you better sign that contract. You better sign that contract, because whatever money you think that Bravo is not going to make from you, they're going to triple it with Vanderpump Rules. You better sign that contract. You better sign that contract. If it was a little lull of the season and nothing was really popping and Married to Medicine had a lot of fan fodder, I would be like, I'll wait a minute. I'll hold out. But with Vanderpump Rules, everybody who was trying to, negotiate their contract, unless you're on Vanderpump Rules, you better not hold out. You better not hold out. They will move on, girl. They've done it before. Wake up. Wake up. So Stuff also said, Tocha just needs to go on about her business. You are okay. Yikes. So we all watched that live. Ryan Round says, we can see from that rehearsal that Xscape doesn't need Tocha. Yeah, Tamika was killing it. Tracy said, I'm not supporting Tocha until she pays back that $30K. Her and her mama. Somebody, I don't know if it was somebody in here, but somebody said that Tocha and Tamika's mom remind them on the Down at the Paint. What is that show? I miss it. It keeps on going out for like 2 years and coming back. Y'all know the show I'm talking about. They said that it reminds them of that girl's mom. And I agree. Andrew Gabor said, Tocha should just be a grown-up and tell the woman she doesn't want to be a part of the group instead of making it seem like they are picking on her. I don't know why she shows up. You're grown, right? Why do something that's going to make you miserable? Why do it? Just don't show up. Social Steph said, and Coco saying her and Tocha are close, 2 peas in a pot. Coco was a menace on their last show. True. She's so sweet, and she's been that way her whole life. When she was talking to Coco's son, and she was just like, Coco wanted to do her solo thing. And no, it wasn't her confessional. She's like, Coco wanted to do her solo thing, and the group broke up. And I was expendable. And I had to, go to a job where I was making $9 an hour. But, I had to do that because I didn't plan for anything else. And so she was just basically saying that to counteract what Coco's son was saying, because he doesn't want to go back to college. I feel like what's happening with Coco's son is that his mom is popping off again and getting really popular in spaces that he would like to be popular in, especially as, a Gen Zer who's raised on social media and now TikTok and all of that stuff. Because Coco is in all of his TikTok videos. I think he wants to be an influencer and not a dentist. But I also feel like he also has a mom and a dad. Oh, no, that's not his father, child. I always go back to Butterfly. Whew! But I feel like he just, he's a kid that comes from money. So it's not like he's not going to have some kind of financial support. However, they do want him to have something to fall back on and not support him the whole time. But it's not like he's in the same place as Taj, right? Or SWV back in the day. He has 2 successful parents, so he's going to be fine if he succeeds or fails. Tracy said, Motown gospel people, shelf that album. Pink Puddle said, Rocky has her mind so twisted she believes anything. Poor thing. So Steph says she went on the show to get publicity for her solo deal, but she is immature. She played it wrong. Absolutely. We need a full exorcism at this point. We're dealing with a legion. Okay, it's a lot going on there. I just don't. I don't see that being a regular praying and laying on the hands. You want to wrestle with what's going on over there. Karen said, Nikki, don't do Smokey. That's one of my. I love me some Smokey. Some Smokey wine. Not another second. Not another minute. I love them though. Not an hour, another day. the line I need. Come on. I need you now. But I love him. I love him. I'm a Byron Cage girl. Magnify. Oh, goodness. But let me tell you something. What I was going through in college, I Need You Now, baby. You played that my entire freshman year. Missy said Tamika was singing on this episode. I wasn't missing Tocha. In the entertainment industry, everybody's replaceable. Oh, yes. Sierra was saying she got that. That's my seat church spirit. Yes. Yes. Kayla said, always the people with the darkest spirits want to talk about righteousness. Always. Always. The nastiest ones. Miss Brown Sugar said, talk about it, Nikki. People keep saying, how can she go gospel? Meanwhile, some of the greats have nasty reputations. Absolutely. Let's talk about it. Kim freaking Burrell. I was so shocked how nasty she. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, just for no reason. Unprovoked nasty. A mess. Simply Simone said, yes, she gives pastor's wife that just got promoted from associate to full-time after the leading pastor retired. Yes. Yes. But this is the thing. I think Missy, she went into this thinking that we would see her differently. Because I feel like in her mind, she's the victim. And I think she's watching the show and still seeing her as the victim. I don't know how you can help that. But I think she actually thought that this would be good for her so that she could show her side or tell her side of the story. It's horrible. It's making her look worse. It's not helping. Megan said, anybody can be replaced. If one of the greatest girls group in Vogue can replace one of their singers and still be an attraction and still be touring, Tocha can surely be replaced. You know what? But the girl that left, she went with Lucy Pearl. She's trying to come back, but she wants the girl to replace her to leave. And Vogue was like, you can come back, but we're not getting rid of her. And she's like, oh no, she got to go because she replaced me. Girl, you left. But she was singing. We just have to be real. We have to be real here. Not only was SWV the bigger group, they were out before you guys. Like, how you going to tell people who kicked open the door for you or held the door open so that you can come through that you're bigger than them? How disrespectful and delusional. Simply Simone said, Candy got to be humble because Xscape was bigger than SWV. I'm hoping that this was like Candy doing stuff for TV because I feel like Candy ghost produces a lot. I'm hoping that that's it because she did give up really easily when everybody decided to co-headline. Because I don't see Candy listening to Tocha and being like, okay, well, Tocha said we're going to co-headline, so let's do it. You know what I mean? She let that go real easily, which made me hopefully believe that that was for TV. And that baby didn't lie. She didn't tell not one lie. It's not happening. It's not happening. Period. Michael Jackson listened to SWV's album and was just like, you can have human nature. I will give you the record. Don't pay me nothing. Michael freaking Jackson. Listen, Candy and Tiny got a sick pen. That does not mean that you were a bigger group than SWV. You have two very successful reality TV shows. That does not mean that Xscape is a bigger group than SWV. If we're going to do ball for ball, we singing SWV's whole album. We singing Xscape's greatest hits. We got to stop. We got both amazing groups, but we're being delusional here by trying to cut them down. And the thing about it is, SWV was like, let's co-headline. Y'all trying to cut them down for what? For what? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you something. One thing I love about Lily, she gets up. I call her Lonnie. I just realized that. One thing I love about Lily, Sister Hot Ussy, she gets up and walks away because Lily's a fighter. Lily's a fighter. I see it on her. New York all up and down that woman, right? So whenever Xscape do a little too much, she gets up, pulls her shirt down, and she walks out because it's going to go way left and they don't need it. They don't need to see Lee like that. So I respect her. Every time Xscape start talking crap, Lee go, okay. It gets out of there. I love society. Listen, Candy, Social Stuff said Candy has every right to advocate for her group. She made her case and SWV could have made their case. It's called business and negotiation. Absolutely. But let's not be delusional here and lose out on the check. Because that's the thing. Candy stopped the negotiations with trying to make them headliners when it was more than easy to just say, let's just co-headline this show. Like everybody's getting equal amounts of money. Why the hell you want to get more money and you're not the bigger group? But like that's the thing. You can have the argument if you have a leg to stand on, but you don't got nothing to stand on. So you're going to tell SWV that, oh, if we don't co-headline, we're not going to do it. SWV is going to walk. Then you have no show. Because I guarantee you people are more excited about an Xscape and SWV show than an Xscape show. Y'all doing shows now, and it's a 90s R&B throwback kind of concert. And that's what people want to see. People will go and see New Edition on their own. Because New Edition has hits on hits on hits on hits on hits. No shade to Xscape, but it's like 5 good hits. We're not going to want to listen to your whole album. That's just the truth of the fact of the matter, which is why you are doing like one-off shows or you are, doing these 90s throwback shows. Yes, you've had your own concerts, right? But where were your concerts at? The parking lot of a Ruby Tuesdays? I'm joking, but you know what I mean? Like you're not selling out stadiums. We got to be realistic here. And I feel like this happens with so many Black artists that bothers me. It's just like, they close their fists to so many opportunities because their ego gets in the way of their success. And it's like not too many doors are open for us. Not too many of these doors want to be open for us. And you get these opportunities and you spit on them because you feel like you got a better opportunity coming. All that money made you forget that you was Negra? Are you kidding me? Take them great opportunities and multiply them. I'm going to couple more, then we're going to close out with Love at the Lockup. OB, hey, said Xscape is selling tours out more than SWV currently. Yeah, is it Renaissance? SWV just got back together. They just got new management. And they are priced higher for tickets and have headlined their own tours. So there you have it. Yes, but again, what tours are we talking about? Right? Like all I'm saying is not that I'm not saying that these two, like Xscape is not a good group or whatever. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the money that Xscape is going to get with SWV, I'm telling you, is going to be so much more than they got on their own. That like headlining, co-headlining with SWV is a bigger draw, especially after the verses, which is where this all came from. So why were you co-headlining a verses with SWV, but you can't co-headline a tour? Because you made money on your last tour? Okay, well, that was your sole tour. Now you are combining a tour with another group. It's a whole different ball game now. The negotiations are different now. But to say, and let's be real here, they did not just say, oh, we've had tours and we've had sold out tours and we have made a lot of money. They also threw in reality TV and basically saying, oh, we got more fans and we got more followers on Instagram. That don't mean nothing unless you selling a vibrator. Outside of that don't mean that all them people on Instagram or all them people who are watching your show every week where you're on an ensemble cast is going to come to your show. That doesn't always translate to ticket sales, especially now. So yes, you were doing that. You guys got back together. You did the momentum from the Soul Train Awards. You did the momentum from your reality show, the little one-off reality show that you had with Bravo. Great. But let's not be delusional here by saying, oh, because we have reality TV and we just did our own medium tour. Come on, y'all. Come on. We gotta be realistic here. It wasn't a stadium tour. It was a cafe tour, a coffee shop tour. Like, come on. A billionaire's backyard tour. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but we gotta be realistic. You can get a nice little stadium tour with a 90s throwback, which is something that they're on with Tamar, which is weird. Like, how is that going to work out? But like, they do those kind of shows, and that makes more sense. So to go from your smaller tours where you sell out and the tickets are a lot more expensive, to go to a bigger tour with a co-headlining group and say, oh, we want to co-headline because we want to bring this from here, but this does not add up to what this is. It's not making sense. It's completely delusional. And then I'm responding to what Candy said, that they were a bigger group than SWV. That's just not true. It wasn't true then. It's not true now. Still love them. I'm going to the concert. But we got to be realistic here. We got to be realistic. That's literally me saying, if Kempire comes to me and he's just like, I want us to do a tour together. And I'm like, Kempire, I've been on 3 TV shows. I was a series regular. I got 2 national commercials. I got a headline. And he's looking at me with his 200K followers like, oh, you're delusional. You're delusional. But Kempire was on TV. You're on YouTube. That's basically what she's saying. That's basically what Candy is saying. And it does not make sense. I made all this money on TV. So everybody who watched me on Adam Ruins Everything, they're going to come to this tour. No, they aren't. They don't know me as Nikki.Star. It's not going to happen. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Seth said, Tamar needs to get a record deal and charting singles. Please sit down, ma'am. She's just so messy. And this is not for reality TV. Tamar is messy, period. Shannon Dan, hey sis, how are you? How are you? Oh, it's getting late. Let me get in a little bit to lock up. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think she really believes it, but I don't see how. The point of this concert is to combine 2 great groups, so none of her arguments matter for that purpose. Absolutely. So Steph also said, Tamar inserted herself into the issue with Carlos King and Candy like she always do. She's going to be crying again like she did about being called a Muppet. Oh, my goodness. That was the day that she made her exit. Missy said, I didn't hear nothing that the Tamar said. I'm a bona fide journalist. It's so crazy how there is this fight now with like TV and internet personalities who are interviewing people who consider themselves journalists. You're an interviewer. You're not a journalist. It's so crazy how you don't have that education. You don't have that accreditation. Child, I'm not a journalist. You don't have those things, but you're calling yourself this. I could never call myself a doctor, right? Although, I patched myself up a few times. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm figuring this stuff out as I go. A journalist goes in with a plan, knowing what they're doing because they've been trained in this. They have the degrees. That's a journalist. You're just somebody interviewing your friends. Completely disrespectful to call yourself a journalist. There's a girl, I don't know. I think her name is Zizi. I think it's UK stuff. I don't know. I be in UK Twitter. I don't know how I get there. Is it because I love Island? Maybe. But she was being dragged for interviewing a guy who's Black. I thought he was Indian. Anyway, who had like sexual assault allegations against him, and he was canceled. And she did an interview with him, and people were saying, oh, how could you do this, you know what I mean? Like, you are giving this man a platform. And she was just like, y'all don't say anything about Gayle King. And she started naming all these people, and people, and everyone was just like, well, Gayle King's a journalist, so she can have those interviews. You don't have the nuance. You don't have the education. You don't have the training to handle something like this. And she was just fighting with people in the comments. I don't really know the backstory about, I don't know anything about that. That's UK. I don't know anything about that. But I was reading the tweets, and I was just like, oh, she thinks she's the journalist. Okay. I'm an actress who does comedic reviews of stuff, and I sometimes interview people. I am not a journalist. How disrespectful. How disrespectful to take that from ridiculous. You are doing an interview and giving your opinion. A journalist gives you the facts. Sugarcane said Tamar commented on the post implying that Carlos wouldn't steal anything when he was being accused of thinking about making an Xscape biopic without their knowledge. Can he confront? Oh, so that's what it was about. Oh, I would confront her too. I would. Oh, everybody's so messy. It's exhausting. Petty as Betty said, real quick though, when Candy explained the billing, it did make a lot of sense if you look at SWV charges way less for the concert. So moving forward, Xscape would have to lower their prices. Absolutely not, in my opinion, because it's not the same thing. This is a co-headlining tour, right? When you go back to your tour, you can charge whatever you want to charge. But when you're bringing it together with other people, that is the price that you then charge. You come up with a price to charge. I just felt like it was just messy. I just felt like it was messy. We will talk about that. Disappointing. Basically, Brittany said after Portia said what she said about the Underground Railroad, I still never got over that poor baby. She was dead serious too. Conversation in Libation said, with Adora said, Bravo on Cocktails posted a pic of Juan Dixon. Let me just talk about this. At the nail salon with, hold on. At the nail salon, we are almost 2 hours in. Let me get into the lockup. At the nail salon with his coworker, he was washing clothes with, he's no longer employed with the school, so why are they hanging out still? She probably could be a friend. You know, it happens. A work wife, probably. Guys, are we sure that this woman isn't a stud? Are we sure about that? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. Like, we're putting this man on her, and is that even her steez? Is that what she's into? Like, we don't know what this is. It could just be a platonic relationship. I would need to see. I would have to have Robin talk about this outside of a paywall for it to be like something to really grasp on. I feel like a picture. Like he's at the laundromat again with her, washing clothes like they were before. This could have been before he even got fired. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm not going to read into that too much. So thank you for letting me know it was P-Valley. P-Valley. Kiki said, this ain't the dungeon tour, Candy, LOL. I don't know why she couldn't just co-headline. I'm hoping that it was just for TV. Because I just feel like Candy is not delusional like that. Like, she's such a good businesswoman. I feel like she's ghost producing. I'm hoping. Miss Brown Sugar said, thank you, Nikki. The entire point of the show is a collaboration. So the conversation is about how best to move forward on a collab. Yes. If you want it to work, don't start with resentment. There it is. There it is. There it is. Akosuwa said, I must not have been there in 1995. I don't recall this endless album with SWV. The 90s albums that was like that was Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige, not SWV. So my mom, huge SWV fan, right? Xscape was more me. Xscape and like TLC was more me. My mom was SWV. So for me, I know all the songs because that just, Like that was back in the day. We didn't have skips and everything. You just played the album all the way through. So I could just be speaking about me. When I started listening to music, we had CDs. So I could skip stuff. Tapes. Remember that? Remember the cassette tapes? You know what I mean? So it had my little boombox. You could skip to certain stuff. So maybe that's what it is. But I just feel like I know who can I run to? Just kicking. I feel like that's all I know. I feel like that's all I know of Xscape. But SWV, baby, put that album on rotation. Let me see. Just kick. What I need from you as I know that one. So that's 3. My little secret. Do you want to soft it, work me slow tonight? I don't know them. I don't know them. I feel like, tonight. Yeah, that wasn't a fan favorite for me. That's my little secret. Is that what that is? But I don't know their albums. So like these songs are from different albums. You know what I mean? Like, but I can listen to an SWV album. All that, guys. What I don't want to pick them apart because I hate that, because I love both of them. I'm going to the tour. Period. I love both of them. I love other songs. I am standing on my ground of saying that Candy bringing in reality TV and social media for saying that she should co-head, that SWV needs to be under them and they need to headline, just in my opinion, did not make sense because the tour that they were going to put together was going to be bigger than what they were doing. So, the Bravo fans are not coming to the concert. The Instagram people are not coming to the concert, right? But the people who grew up on your music are coming to your concert. And I feel like you're going to get more of us if you collab with SWV. Just like New Edition, they're headlining a tour, but they have they have Xscape, they have all these other people. You get more people to come to your things when you do a collab like that. That's why you collab. If Xscape is just like, we're fine, we don't need to do nothing, then you don't collab. You're at the table to do a collaboration because you want the people who come to SWV to see you as well, right? SWV wants the same thing. That's why you collab. You want all of your followers to come together to see you so that you could farm the followers from that person, and that person could farm the followers from you. That's why you collab. That's why they're doing it. So to sit here and say, we're a bigger group because we're on Bravo, doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't correlate. And I'm gonna stand on it. But like I'm saying, like it's not Renaissance. You're not booking out stadiums. So it's just like, you're gonna book out a stadium with this SWV and the Xscape tour. Come on. Like, I just feel like they're not being real. I just feel like they're not being real in that. Petty as Betty said, they will look at the tickets and say, I just paid X amount for SWV and Xscape. How can they justify charging me more for Xscape? But again, it's a collab. So it's not like a sole tour. Like, how can I explain it? Mary J. Blige, right? She goes on tour. I pay $200 for her tickets. Nosebleed, right? Mary J. Blige goes on tour with, who is she going on tour with? Toni Braxton. If Mary J. Blige and Toni Braxton do a stadium tour, them tickets going to be a good $5 for nosebleeds because you're getting Toni Braxton and Mary J. Blige. If it's just Mary J. Blige, then I know it's going to be $200 because it's just her. But when you throw in Toni Braxton to see both of those giants, I'm going to pay the coin. I don't know. I don't even want to live at the lockup. Miss Brown Sugar said it absolutely could be platonic, but I'd be pissed if I was Robin. Do better, Juan. Don't set yourself up for a headline. True that. Drewski said, I heard that they, SWV, allegedly opened for Xscape before in the past. So maybe that was it, but I definitely think it was also for TV. Yeah, I think so too. Right? But then Xscape fell apart. So they were both saying, like, this is what Coco was trying to say. She was like, both of our groups broke up and we got back together. So everybody is coming back to this table fairly new, if we being real, right? So yes, we opened up for you guys. We had just gotten back together. And then they fell apart again. So it's just, I just feel, for me, I feel like what was brought to the table for them to be co-headlining, for them to be the headlining group, just did not make sense, because I feel like SWV is a huge draw as well. Like if Xscape is having a concert in my hood, I'm going. If SWV is having a concert in my hood, I'm going. If SWV and Xscape are doing a joint tour together, I'm going multiple nights. I'm making sure I got good tickets. I'm getting VIP. Like I'm doing extra because I get to see these people that I love in one spot together on the same stage. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it a priority. And I'm going to pay whatever I need to pay because I know I'm paying for two huge groups. I hope it was for TV. I hope it was for TV. Tiara said SWV was commercial and Xscape was urban. I didn't want to have this but facts. I love both. I was in middle school and high school. I went to the Great Xscape tour and saw them in essence overseeing Janice, but it was nostalgic. Yeah. Like I didn't want to mention that, but like at the end of the day, SWV crossover. Xscape never crossed over. So they just did not have a global audience like SWV. And I'm not saying that they don't have a global audience, right? I'm just saying SWV is just, if we're talking in terms of who's the larger group, the bigger group with the most impact, is SWV, right? Now, SWV and Xscape can absolutely open for TL freaking C, right? That's the biggest girl group ever. So that will make, if TLC is like, listen, both of y'all can open for us. That's an argument I'll hear. That's an argument I will give ear to hear, because that makes sense. There's people who still can't outsell TLC to this day. That makes sense. Now, if Cherish, no shade, right? If they come to SWV or Xscape and they just like, we want a co-headline, no, you gonna open. You open it for us. Okay. I feel like I beat this in the ground. I love y'all. We can agree to disagree. Let's move on to Love at the Lockup and close out. You know what? I'm in real shocked. I did not think I would get pushed back on that. I felt like we would all think that she was delusional for saying that. But you know what? Y'all better come in here with your opinions. Let's go to Love at the Lockup real quick. First of all, let's start off with the fight. Monique's sisters was dead wrong. Let's start with it. Let's start off with it, right? Monique's sisters were dead wrong. Especially, no shade, the sister who got all that mouth and no hands. Especially the sister who got all that mouth and no hands. Elizabeth was doing the most for TV, right? So the producers know when you bring Derek's family and Monique's family together, it's going to be fireworks because they don't get along, right? They know that Elizabeth is messy. And look at me talking like her. They know that Elizabeth is messy, so she's going to do something. They know that Derek's sisters are messy, so they're going to do something, right? But Monique's sister, this is all I'm going to say. When you tell somebody to fight you, to throw hands, all I'm saying, ma'am, have some hands to throw back. I would never tell somebody, fight me, throw some hands, what you gonna do? And I can't fight. I could not believe when she hit that ground. I was like, I don't even think Elizabeth touched her. I think maybe her sneakers were too big and they just got in the way. But when she went to the ground, I said, girl, Why did you ask for this fight and you can't even handle just standing? What the hell? I will say Elizabeth got in the car. Elizabeth and her sister were leaving. Monique's sister said, fight me, throw hands, what you want to do? I'm ready. And Elizabeth, okay then. But Elizabeth, I want to say this. You got a lot of mouth too, and you don't got no hands. Nobody could fight. Nobody could fight in this situation. Derek's sister, the other sister with the baby hairs down to her eyelashes, she couldn't fight because she had her nails on. And she was like, I ain't going to fight nobody. I just got my nails done. Well, girl, we saw that you ain't come to fight because she trying to hit. She getting her wig twisted all over the place. I will say that's a good install because that thing ain't shift. That wig did not shift. Good job. But she getting swung around. Monique's sisters is falling all over the place.
I'm minding my business.
Why are you in here?
I'm minding my own business.
But did y'all see? I felt like I saw Derek help his sisters beat up Monique's sister. I was looking at it, I was like, Derek, that don't look like you breaking this fight up. It does not look like you are breaking this fight up.
His mom probably told them when they was young, if somebody jumping.
Oh, it was just messy. And I will like, Monique, I'm with you. With Elizabeth and her sister, with Elizabeth and the sister with the baby here, what they said about you was not right. I realized y'all had beef, but you were sitting in there in that confessional and you were just like, well, they asked for a fight and they got it. Baby, everybody got beat up. Nobody won that fight. Everybody got beat up. Even the cameraman. Everybody got beat up. That fight was not won. No side got the best licks. It was a draw. Everybody got beat up. From Elizabeth with the ski mask, throwing them weak punches, none of them landing. Her butt is completely out. Next thing you know, she's on the ground screaming, ah! Look, Elizabeth, get up. Girl, get up. Girl, get up. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. And I will say, Elizabeth, you on your live, you said that fight was a lot more than what we saw. Because Elizabeth was saying that Derek, that the producers allowed Monique and her sisters to beat her up. But I was just like, y'all all got mutually beat up, but it wasn't like a beat down. It seems like the elements beat y'all up more than fists. And Monique, if you see your sisters getting like, if somebody is laying hands on your sisters, get active. I look over Monique got her hands on her hip watching. Get active. Your sisters is getting jumped because of you. Just all kinds of craziness. Now, let me get into what y'all sent me. So y'all done sent me this mess. Child, it's too much going on. I'm stressed. Who is this? Who is this? Wait a minute. Oh, child. Because I don't know what is happening, but I have been getting a lot of men in my DM. And I don't know what somebody shared me on something, but I saw something from a name I didn't recognize, and it's one of my good friends. So let me go back to that. But let me see, what did Tracy send me? Okay. Love at the Lockup star Derek Warner booked on assault charges. Lorain County's sheriff records show that Love at the Lockup star Derek Warner was arrested on felonious assault. We will keep you updated on all the details. Now, Elizabeth said in one of her lives that Derek beat up Monique and knocked her front teeth out, and that's why they all got fired from the show. I don't know if that's true. I feel like because Derek and Monique are such a huge crossover draw for Love at the Lockup, I feel like they're gonna try their best to cover this up and keep them. If this actually happened, Elizabeth, she be saying some stuff on there. But if this is the truth, if he did knock her front teeth out, I I don't think he will be back, but this is Love at the Lockup.
When did that happen?
Like
Because I
assault.
just seen- When
What?
did that happen? Because I just seen both of them on a live.
Well,
at some week.
Elizabeth, his sister, was on her live saying that.
Elizabeth is a liar.
So I don't know, guys. I do
I
not
just seen
know.
both of them on live in Atlanta all this weekend. They did a home press run.
And Monique got her front teeth. She had her front teeth on Carlos's
Yes,
show. So
front
I don't
teeth.
know.
She was all smiles and she was all
I don't
hanging
know.
on him. That's Elizabeth is lying.
I don't know.
Elizabeth, you just got beat up and that's it. Go for it. All y'all got beat up. I'm telling you, none of y'all can fight.
Nobody could fight. I was just like, I can't believe all you hood people can't throw hands. I feel like that's the first thing you learn in the hood, especially like in kindergarten. You learn how to scrap. Or maybe that's, maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I'm like, nobody could fight.
Girl, you wasn't in no kindergarten with no fight.
Mom, I was fighting.
Who? Who was you fighting?
Every and anybody that had something smart to say about me.
Teacher.
I was fighting every and anybody that had something smart to say about me, and I was fighting everybody that had something smart to say about Jason.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You was fighting for Jason. Jason started all of that.
And I finished them.
Jason
And I finished
all
them.
those fights like Elizabeth.
Can't fight.
I can't fight.
Don't do my friend like
And
that.
I love Jason, but
Don't
Jason still
do.
starting all these fights and still.
Don't do my friend like that. Anyway, let's move on to Amber and Puppy. Shout out to Puppy. I was so happy for Puppy when she left that man. Let's talk about how that guy was going to hit Puppy. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see him? Remember when they were arguing and he was laying down and he lifted up like he was going to hit her, but he looked at the camera and he stopped. That's when he got out the car and he was just like, cut the cameras. Because I don't know what he was going to do after that, but I'm so thankful that Puppy took off and left that fool. I was just like, oh, so you're putting your hands on her. Poor thing. She's just going through it. Her and Amber are just, oh, y'all get with some terrible men. Y'all get with some terrible men. Lindsay and Blaine. I don't care. This wasn't on the last episode, but where are you going? You're not going to Inglewood. You can wear blue around here. Anyway, Justine and Michael. They weren't on this last episode, but I will say this. Justine is starting to do something that I feel like a lot of women do when they invite new men into their lives. Where they have children. She's starting to let Michael chastise her child, especially her son. And I think that's not a smart thing to do. Yeah, especially with your son having some issues and like his own mental health issues, but then also
really? We got mental health issues.
Yeah, I think is he autistic? Doesn't that play with the mind?
All right, that's it. That's my cue.
But especially with him having his own challenges, right? And then also having a challenge of this man coming into his life and just, taking over while his mom sits back and allows it. And now you're allowing him to chastise him. Wrong road. You're going down the wrong road. Back out of there with him. Who else do I want to talk about? I don't care about anybody else. Let's just end with Eris and Cameron. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Eris and Cameron. I'm never getting over this. Never getting over this. The only reason why I want to talk about Eris and Cameron is because Eris is doing this thing that the women on this show do all the time. You marry a felon, fresh out of prison, who was on parole and expects for him to provide for you when he was making 5 cents a month in prison. Unless you want your man slinging crack, rock, or penis, it's not going to happen. It's so ridiculous. She's mad at Cameron because she has all of these bills and she needs his help financially. He just got out of prison. And what job do you think this black felon is going to get that's going to support you and your child in Florida? It's absolutely ridiculous, Eris. I can't, oh Lord, I thank the Lord that she has a village, because she has a great daughter, and I can tell that it's because of her village, because I can't put it on the mom, because you just don't make the best decisions. Like, why was Cameron even a thought for you? Like, why? And why do you expect for him to take care of you and your child when he is fresh out of prison? That's not going to happen. I feel like every woman who gets with a man fresh out of prison should expect to or should treat it like his 90-day freaking fiance. It's going to take him a minute to get on his feet, unless he's doing something illegal. Unless he hits the money and got a lot of nice cars and is able to provide for you and your new baby, and don't nobody know how he's buying you a car in prison. Unless that's the case, this man is not going to have no money for a minute. So she's getting upset with him. And I do want to say this. She runs up on Cameron a lot. Like, Cameron removes himself from situations with Eris when they're arguing. She follows him and antagonizes him a lot. Now, I'm not saying that if that man retaliates and does something to her, that he is justified. What I'm saying is, you poking a hood. We're not going to act like he was raised right. We seen that family. Girl. Now, maybe it's because you are 6 feet taller than him and you feel like you got him. But I'm just like, you keep on poking this man. He keep on removing himself from situations with you. Wisdom. Let's use the wisdom. And baby, when Cameron broke that family poster, I was like, you tell her, Cameron. Brittany and Marcelino is back on the show. Why? I don't believe anything that they're going through. It's that's all I want to say about Love the Lockup. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Star Family. Tracy said, Star Family, please like. Oh, my hair is getting bigger by the moment. I have got, what time is it? I got to get my aloe vera before the market closes. Star Family, please like, comment, subscribe, and share because you care, and hit that notification. I'm serving Crip. This is how the Crips, the old head Crips looking in Inglewood. Inglewood, up to no good. Andrew said, do you think it's disrespectful for Xscape and SWV to open for Destiny's Child? Absolutely not. They're a bigger group. And they have Beyonce. Let's be real, right? Let's be real. If Destiny's Child has a concert, we're paying Renaissance prices. And if they ask SWV or Xscape to open for them, and either one of them says no, foolish, because Destiny's Child is a global group. Same thing with TLC. Like, Destiny Child is still doing numbers in Romania, right? It'd be ridiculous. What the hell? Oh God, spring is here. Spring is here. Woo, woo. See, I can handle these bugs in LA. Atlanta, no ma'am. No ma'am. Miss T said Monique brought the sisters there to get beat. I could not believe when that sister went flying. I said, "What? You told her to swing. You weren't ready?" Afrocentric Wallflower said, "Hey, Nikki, did you hear that Derek got arrested again?" Yeah, we talked about it. Foolish. Basically, Brittany said all the sisters was wrong. His sisters was ready to fight before they left the house. They were. Like, Elizabeth, if you weren't ready to fight, why would you show up with a ski mask on? But you were in a bodycon dress. Like, as soon as Elizabeth started swinging, they had to blur her butt. Miss T said Monique's sisters were waiting on production to save them. It never happened. It never happened. Valkyrie said Monique's sisters learned. Sometimes when you ask, you receive. OMG. Basically, Brittany said, if you're going to tell someone they scared and they won't run up, sis, be ready. I thought she was going to eat Elizabeth up. I couldn't believe she, like, bam, she was down. I'm like, why would you invite this? Miss C said Monique is messy too. She went over to the car and had a lot of mouth. Yeah, she be going back and forth with them. Was he? Miss T, his sister didn't think so. Remember when he tried to get in the car with them and she was like, I'm sick of you, Derek. Get out of my car. And Derek was in a parking lot by himself waiting on production. Oh, he sure did. She was like, my nails is broken. Look at my wig. Get out, Derek. I'm sick of him. Oh, Derek, don't mess this up. Don't mess up this check for your whole family. Yeah, I saw him shifting a wig or two. Basically, Brittany said they was all over the place. Poor little sister didn't know what to do. Everyone was on the ground, and yes, Derek threw a few swings. He forgot what he did. That's what I think. I think he forgot for a moment. I think he just went into full big brother mode and was like, oh, wait a minute. I think that's what happened. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, but hands on the hips by the car. Looking. Derek, get your sisters. Help your sisters. One is on the ground. Her oldest sister did not want to fight. When they started fighting, her oldest sister started backing up. She did not want to fight. That poor woman. It was a lose-lose. OMG. Hey, Carmen. Carmen said, Nikki, please let everyone know that sometimes actors take a pay cut when they do a movie with an all-star cast because the moment is bigger than the individual. Same thing with escaping SWV. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for saying it so clearly, Carmen, in 2 sentences. Thank you. I've already watched it. Oh, I'm here for it. Here for it. We will absolutely talk about it tomorrow. So sad because it seems like they are great people with good hearts that are just in unfortunate environments, and their environments consume them. They both are with terrible men. So scared because he was laying down and he jumped up like this and looked at that camera and caught himself. I'm like, oh, is he beating on her? Oh, and this is the thing. Maybe Puppy's mom didn't know what to do, but when Puppy sat with her mom and cried over how terrible her relationship was and how she hated being with her ex-fiance, I couldn't believe her mom let her leave. I'm telling you, there's no way I could go to my mom and be crying about, my dude that I'm shacking up with, living in sin with. She already have a problem right there. But like, there's no way that I could come to her crying and I'm leaving her house. Oh, she not letting me leave. Absolutely not. And she got something waiting for him if he tried to come over there and get me. I just couldn't believe her mom was like, well, okay, puppy. I'm here if you need me. Why are you letting your child leave? She's crying and telling you how terrible this relationship is. Like, let her know she can have her room back. I don't know. Maybe she just didn't know what to do. But I was like, oh, you letting your baby leave? Okay. OMG. Miss GG88 said, yes, he was about to hit her in the car. Yep. He caught himself when he remembered the camera. Yep. Yep. I love when she took off in that car. She said, and got out of there. I said, I know that's right, sis. I know that's right. But listen, so Seth, puppy is ready. Amber don't want to live in a life where she don't got no warm pee-pee. Amber likes something. She like to be gripped up and penetrate. You know what I mean? Like Amber don't give me, from what I've seen, I'm like, Amber, if anybody want to be, how you doing? Everybody would have thought that it was you. Like you could be in that environment. Everybody would be okay with it because everybody's thinking it. But Amber's like, oh no. Team Anaconda over here. And we like, girl, really? Like, I just don't know why. I don't know why. Puppy is ready. Amber's like, nope, not for me. Until she get a little look in her. Then she's, I don't know. I don't know. No, she did not break up with him, but she hates the relationship she's in. Right? He does too much. And when he broke her little Hobby Lobby family board, I was like, how dare you? You don't pay for nothing in that house. They're not interesting at all. At all. I did want to get into that just a little bit. The thing is, Sarah wants to get back with her ex. He's looking healthy, no shade, looking better than Sean. You know what I mean? He's telling her that he loves her and he wants to get back together. And women tend to want to make the family work out with the man that you had the child with. Not all, some. Enough where it's a problem, right? So I feel like she wants that old thing back. She got somebody younger, more attractive to her, right? And she's familiar with him, but it's just not a good situation for her to be in. It's not a good situation for her or her child to be in. But the way she was acting, and when Sean lifted up that little canopy that she was in, I don't know. Like, that's the only way. He's going to come out of prison and start making money right away. You want him selling cocaine or penis? Like, what is it? He's not going to be able to provide for you fresh out of prison. It's not going to happen. And especially if he was on some white collar crime, the way the feds is watching his coin, baby, it's not going to happen. Ryan Round said, at least Eris has enough sense to give her daughter to someone else when her and Cameron get into it. That's not much, though. Listen, bless her heart for that. I'm so thankful for her community. Speaking of her community, her friend, when she talked to Cameron and she was checking on him and she was just like, I just want to make sure that you're good for my friend. Girl, the time for that conversation has passed. She's married to him. Deal with it. Like, how are you going to size him up when that's her whole husband? She'll get rid of you before she gets rid of him. Girl. Wait a minute. What was the song? Hold on. I did a voice note of the song. Hold on. Hold on. Do I have it? Where is that voice note? Wait a minute. Please get up. I do a lot of.
Nothing really moves me. I'm so nonchalant.
Nothing really
moves me. I'm so nonchalant.
What, Cameron? Nothing really moves me. I'm so nonchalant. Hey. You better get a job at a bodega and stop playing. You better get a job at a bodega and stop playing. I'm in the studio. Boy, get in a Wawa, okay? Some people said, we know cousin Skeeter is still doing dirt. He alludes to it at the beach date. I feel like that beach date was on a show's dime. But we'll see. We will see. Breezy World, he said that, you know, he gave her $100 steak and, you know, just talking about how much he spent on the beach date that he gave Eris. And he was just like, I gave you that so you know that I can provide. You know that I got money. Why aren't you paying the bills then? I feel like the show did that. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Miss GG88 says Brittany and Marcelino are just in it for the money and attention at this point. We no longer care. Yeah, and listen, I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're in a good place. But it's just not enjoyable to watch them like fake problems. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, I thought Brittany's best scene was taking her kids to kitty yoga. I thought that was cute. I feel like they could do something wholesome because I feel like that's where they're at. They're in their wholesome era, and that's just what they need to do. Faking these problems, Marcelino filming at random diners. What? I want to go back to Vegas. It's not interesting. It is not interesting. This is the thing. Chance and Tyler were it was upsetting. Here's why. It was very hard to watch because Bobby came back. And for me, it looked like something was going on with Bobby. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't want her coming back if she's on these drugs. Like, I can't do Love After Lockup when they struggling in their addiction. That's just that breaks my heart. That makes me sick. I feel so bad for them. You know, I could deal with them being messy and fighting each other out at bars, but if you're struggling in that addiction, I can't do it. I can't. So I just did not even want to cover them, and especially since Chance is just being so nasty to Bobby, who looks like she's struggling again. It's just not good. It's not like I can't make that comedic, so I just don't even want to talk about it. Miss T said, I would give my left kidney for some Destiny. Like, girl, let's be for real. Let's be for real. We're going to that concert. Like, it's happening. It's happening. Ciao. Basically, Brittany said, can we talk about how Chance is going to the casino spending $200 when he has a new baby on the way and 3 other children to provide for, then says, this is why I don't tell you things. Girl, don't talk about him too much. He be in these comments fighting. He's just not good with money. He's just not good with money at all. But for some reason, he keeps on getting these loans, and I'm crazy. Crazy how banks keep on approving this man. It's insane. It's insane. You didn't see Elizabeth with the ski mask on? And that body contrast, as soon as she started fighting, that dress went all the way up. All the way up. The pavement. The pavement beat everybody. OMG. Miss T said Derek refused to pay for his sister's nails, and it was her birthday. Oh my goodness. Miss T said Monique had nothing to say until they got back in the car and in her confessional. They wanted to fight, so we brought it to them. You did not. You did not. Everybody got beat up. Everybody got beat up. I've never seen a fight like this. Everybody got beat up. Insanity. Insanity. While Monique sat there watching. Derek, get your sisters. I'm telling you, I would have beat her up. If I was her sister, I would have got up, shifted my wig, and beat her up. I would have been like, I'm out here because of you. Help me. Oh, so Steph said, is it me or did Stephanie's or did Puppy's man look like a biker gang reject? And this season, he looks like he's a Dominican mechanic. He goes through a lot of cultural transitions. He is the equivalent to Gwen Stefani. Like, I feel like hopefully he doesn't come on next season, but I feel like if he does come on next season, he's going to be serving Yakuza. Like, I feel like He just finds like what's ever hot in anybody else's culture and tries to put that on and make him look some way. But I feel like he's forever stuck in like middle-aged Hot Topic manager style. I feel like he will always go back to there. That is where he's comfortable and that is where he needs to stay. She can make space, move all that decaying furniture and move your baby back into your home. OMG, my mom would never let it happen. Child, as soon as I shut the tear, my mom would be calling my cousins. Shanti said, I bet SLJ took a pay cut to be in the play Candy produced because the story needed to be told. Listen, if you're a smart artist, you're going to take great opportunities, right? Sometimes you work for free. In this day and age, I wouldn't, right? But I've done stuff for free, right? If the exposure is good, if you're getting into an audience that is different and bigger than your audience, you're going to take that opportunity. You're going to take that opportunity. If you want to get experience in another craft, you're going to take the opportunity. That's just smart business. That's just smart business. She did. She was like, do it. Do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, puppy, no, don't let him do it. But I think that she probably would have just told him to do that because she probably would have had evidence, you know what I mean? And probably would have pressed charges against that man, but then he would have said that they're both selling drugs and then she'll be back in prison. So girl, just get out of that situation. Just get out of that situation. Miss T said, Amber sober wants to touch a man. Amber was gay for the state. Can I tell you? My coworker's best friend's brother, auntie, who lives in Wisconsin, has a step brother who is gay, child. And whenever he gets drunk, he want a little fish, girl. He want a little fish. To the point where, you know, you got to beat him off at the club. Like, what's going on? What's going on, sis? Hold on. Like, what? Every time he get a little liquor, he become a whole nigga. You know what I mean? Like, what is going? To the point where it caught you off guard, and you thought you was playing, and then you was like, where you putting that tongue? I don't know what it is about the liquor in the LGBTQ community. Something happened. Child, sexuality is fluid. Sugarcane said, Nikki, what about Bobby Brown showing up at... See, I didn't want to talk about that. That hurt me so bad because I was rooting for Bobby. Then at the hospital, when she was just like, I gotta go. And I don't know if that was their mom or somebody, but she was like, I had to look out the car to make sure she wasn't getting into anything. I had to look out the window to make sure she wasn't getting into anything. Heartbreaking. Tracy says, shout out to the NikkiStar replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social media. Let me get a couple more. Then I got to get out of here for the market close. Ken said, Nikki, I could have lied. Yay. But I got to go back. Team replay gang. I've been so curious about your takes on this mess. Girl, I was not even going to talk about half of this stuff today. The Star family forced me to do it. Thank you for being here, Ken. I'm telling you, I feel like, no shade, Taylor. And Chance, I know you're going to take it back to her and be messy, but I'm being real serious. I feel like Taylor is stuck in a age where some trauma happened to her. I feel like this Kenny thing, I don't think it's her doing that to attract men. I think something traumatic happened, and I think that's where her identity formed. She just became this person permanently. I don't know. Who are the psychologists? Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like it's something. It's something going on there. But Taylor, I support you. I want you, to be with somebody who loves you and who can financially take care of you. Chance is not showing that he can do that. with all them damn credit cards and loans. How are you getting that stuff? Basically, Brittany said, I wish Chance would come for me. I got a man that works 2 jobs. Come on, 2 jobs. And one of those in his own company, period. And I know where all our money goes, and he can't get mad for what he put out on TV, period. Yes. Basically, Brittany said, my man, he got his own house. He got his own car. 2 jobs, work hard. He a bad brother. I know that's right. I know that's right. Miss T said, Puppy was allowed to spend time with her mother for 10 minutes and it was time to go. Like, I just couldn't believe she let her leave. There was no way my mom or my sister, like my family in general, would not let me leave with that man. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Did I tell you a story about that? You know what? Because there was a Yakuza at my gym. Like full on tongue erect. Like what's going on? Like caught off guard. Didn't know what was happening until it almost happened. Like what's hey? Tracy said, now he drink himself straight. I'm dead to the bed. It happens. It happens. Basically, Brittany said, play until you feel a little poke. Dancing real close, just real slow, making it hard for him. And then the next day, you know, just sober and gay. Missy said, dad to the bed, right? That's an old one. Carmen said, did you tell us how you felt about Angela losing? And are you going to review the Oscar fashions? You know what, guys? Me and Arnold talked about it, but we just felt like neither one of, it was me, I couldn't like film, and then he couldn't film. We just felt like it was too far gone to really talk about it. I am not going to talk about Angela Bassett losing because I still want to work in this industry. But I will say this. She's been due. She's been due. That is all I will say. Let me get Drewski and then get then social stuff and I'll get out of here. Drewski said, I wouldn't say we forced you. It's just been so long and who knows how long. True, until we get you back. We're storing up. Very true. Very true. Listen, I'm going to try to be here as much as I can. Guys, I'm telling you, when I tell you what I just rapped, y'all going to be like, Nikki, no way. No way. But I can't talk about it until it airs. And then I'll be able to like tell you guys everything. Well, not so much. But yes, that's what I think is happening with social stuff. That's what I think is happening with Taylor. Emotionally stunted. Emotionally stunted. That's what I feel like. Tracy said, too far gone for who? Okay. Well, me and Arnold are doing a live tomorrow talking about just the fashion drama, what's going on in general. So we'll throw some Oscar stuff in there. If you guys are, you know, if you guys are down, we'll do it. Anyway, family, let me get out of here. I know it's hella late for my East Coast people. Thank you for sticking around. But thank you guys. This is so last minute. I'm so sorry. I was making my debut tomorrow, but so much stuff has happened. So, you know, I had to get in here when I could. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, I don't know what time. We will see. But thank you all for joining me. Replay gang, give me like 15 minutes. I'm going to watch this video and put in my timestamps, and then I will see you all for something else. Love y'all and miss y'all so much. Mwah! 5-star family. See ya tomorrow.